Well, welcome back to the Terrphy Show. The long-awaited, the long-anticipated. We're fucking back. We are fucking back. And by we, I mean the John Man and the beautiful, the lovely, the amazing Miss Mary.
Welcome, everyone. The way John hyped that up, it's like he made it sound like we're committed. And we're committed, but that just put a lot of pressure. That was pressure.
That was a lot of pressure.
That was a lot of pressure.
I mean, whenever we do something, like whenever we're coming back and whenever we're doing another podcast, I just feel like, we're here, right? And you got to make the most of it. And, well, we could do this every week again, or we could take another 3-month hiatus. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't want it to turn into another life update. I mean, I'll give you guys a life update. I just don't want it to be our usual excuse. We're so busy. We live by our families now.
Yeah, and we have friends and all the blah junk that no one really gives a shit about.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Unless you're trying to manage through that. And in that case, there's no managing through it.
Yeah, there's not. Our solution right now is to move.
Yeah, ignore and move. That is our solution.
Avoid all responsibilities.
That is such an ADHD millennial thing to do. Just like run away from your problems.
I know. I would love to run away from my problems right now.
You know how many times we've ran away from our problems?
So many. I think this last time we didn't run away from our problems. This last time we ran to our problems, and I think that's the problem.
You know what? I don't think you're wrong there. Like, that is the problem. We ran towards our problems.
We ran towards our problems, like straight up, like uprooted our lives to come home to solve all our problems.
That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake.
And I'm not sure how many of those problems are actually solved.
I mean, some of them got solved. I guess.
I suppose.
In the sense of like, we knew the outcome of those problems, and that's like some of the reasons we were moving here. Mm-hmm. And like nature kind of took its course.
But the ripple effect of those problems we're still dealing with.
Yeah, we are.
And now I just want to run away from my problems again. So I think that's what I think that's our advice. That is John and Mary's advice.
Run away from your problems.
Run away from your problems.
I mean, I think it's great advice.
Yeah.
But
for real, you can't run from your problems. They're going to catch up to you one way or another.
I mean, it took 15 years for us to come back and deal with our problems that we had beforehand, I guess, which a lot of it was family induced and stuff like that. Like, I suppose that our problems did come back to us. But on the same sense, like, we also gained a lot in those 15 years.
If we hadn't, quote unquote, ran away from our problems the first time, I don't think we ran away from our problem. We ran away from our problems last time, but we were also chasing our dreams.
I think we ran away from a situation.
Yeah. But sorry. I think that if we hadn't done that, we wouldn't be able to set the hard boundaries that we have set that are not hard enough.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have like such solid boundaries, but it still is like we're like the conversation is constantly, I don't want to say constantly, but it's, at least in my mind, it is a constant, what boundaries do I need to set because this X, Y, and Z is too much, or what do we set in place to protect our own peace?
I think boundaries are hard.
They are hard.
Like, no matter if they're boundaries with yourself or your significant other or your family, like, boundaries are hard. Like right now, I should set myself some boundaries with my personal self, right?
Yeah, you need a lot of boundaries right now with your personal self.
I probably do.
I'm trying to let you run your course.
And
by the way, married women, sometimes you just got to let them run their course.
I mean, I've done 5 projects today, and not one of them have gotten done. Not one of them.
Not my problem, not your problem.
I mean, it's kind of my problem.
At least you cleaned up after yourself for the most part today.
I mean, there was a point in time where I was like, I just got to sit down and reconvene with myself on what I'm doing.
I left John out unsupervised was the problem.
You did leave me unsupervised. That was the problem. I mean, usually I do pretty well, but that's how Saturdays used to be for us, though. You would leave me unsupervised from 8 a.m. until 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had, the world was my oyster. And some of it was fruitful. Like some of it was good.
I did used to give you a list, so maybe I need to give you a list again.
The problem is with the fucking list is you are here with me.
Yeah.
So I don't, like, usually you and I, when we're together, we will abolish everything and we'll just go do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Like, there's no lists.
Do you want me to go back to working Saturdays?
No. That sounds terrible. But on the other end, like, when you did work Saturdays, you give me a list. And I was like, all right, I got a complete Mary's list. And then I do the shit that I want to do. But now it's like, we both have Saturdays off.
Which is kind of miserable, not having Saturdays off together. Having Saturday be one of your days off. I think I would rather, I will die on this hill. I wish that John and I had Sunday, Monday off together. Now, I will take Saturdays because those are the days John has off. So I'm fine having Saturdays off. I would rather have Saturdays off with him than not have them off with him. But I wish that we had Sunday, Monday. Because adulting on a Saturday is so frustrating.
I agree. Because if we had Sunday, Monday off, we could both get off 5 o'clock, what have you. We could do some of the fun stuff that we've planned with either our friends or if we wanted to go out and have some dinner, whatever. We could still do Saturday nighttime activities and not be pressured to get all this shit done on Saturday morning. Because like there's a laundry list because Mary and I, we try to get everything on our laundry list done on Saturday. We exhaust ourselves to the point where Saturday evening comes around, we are still exhausting ourselves and it goes into Sunday. We spend half a Sunday working on this stupid fucking list. And then we finally sit down and we're both exhausted. We're both tired. We're both sore. We're both sweaty as fuck. And then we have to decompress, defrag.
Get ready for the work week.
Meal prep if that's what we do.
Which we'd still have to do all of that if we had Sunday, Monday. But the big difference is being able to do your errands on a Monday when nobody else is out and about cuts your errand time in like half.
Yeah, I agree.
And then here we don't have the option on Sunday because we live in rural America, religious rural America right now, and nothing is open on Sunday.
Like, is it rural though? Like, would you consider this rural?
I guess we're now more of a, like, we're in more of a city.
A large town, maybe?
Yeah, we're like a large town.
By the way, I didn't know these pouches were here.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I just leave pouches wherever I go, I guess.
Apparently. Me too, honestly.
There's one left. Yeah. But heavily religious, so like everything's closed on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, I guess some of the grocery stores are open. We can still do Costco.
I think, depending on the holiday. So I've gone to the mall, it's been open on a Sunday, and then I've also gone to the mall, it's been closed on a Sunday. So I don't know.
Yeah, but even like minor holidays, like our Target is closed on some, like it normally wouldn't be closed on.
I mean, they take holidays off to where they're not bank holidays, and they're just like religious holidays because they know no one's going to shop there, so they just fucking close down.
I don't know, it's wild, actually.
I mean, fuck, man, like,
which is fine. Everybody should have holidays, but
sometimes it's annoying. You know, I'm used to a 24-hour, 365-day hustle and bustle to where the only days you get off are fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the people that are working on Christmas are usually Asian because they don't celebrate Christmas. And you get bomb-ass Chinese food, you know, just like everywhere else. I don't know.
Or like a lot of the people I knew that worked like Christmas and Thanksgiving took like the double pay, like at the gas stations and
Mhm.
stuff. And I don't expect people to work on Thanksgiving or Christmas. Let me be clear. But I mean, and maybe it's because I spent the first.
I do, because I work those days.
Let's see, I started working at 14. I didn't get a work from home job till 35. The first 20 years of my working life, working weekends, I was 30 before I got Sundays off.
Yeah. If you're living in any type of service industry, you're just expect to work.
Yeah.
But I would say 80% of that service industry is at least getting double time for holiday pay on top of their pay that they're working. They're getting something. So it's worth it for them.
I mean, I've worked Easter as a hairdresser before.
I mean, I work
all holidays
and leading up to the holidays, unless it's on like a Sunday or a weekend where I normally don't work. I usually work the holidays. I think we get 6 paid holidays. To where like my establishment is actually closed throughout the year.
I mean, you were on call for Christmas last year.
Yeah, I was on call. So if there's something going on, like I'm still fucking working.
Yeah.
Just because I'm home doesn't mean I'm not working.
Right.
It's tough.
I don't know how we got there. Oh, because I think that Aaron, like, I kind of wish we had Sunday, Monday off so that we could get our errands done in less time. And it's so stressful on Saturdays too. Like, just because there's so many people out and about and like it's crowded and you have to wait in line and all the things. And it's fine. Like, we're nice, we're polite, we do all the things. But I know the grocery store was tough today.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I mean, it didn't help that I was hangry. I usually don't get hangry, but I was like at the point, like, I need to fucking eat some food.
Yeah.
When I'm there, and then I know if I'm hungry, I know Mary's hungry. And like, she was more patient than I was today. But like, we kind of deflected on each other, and our patience was like more running thin on each other than the people, which normally doesn't happen. Like, we could usually, take the situation as like, oh, it's the situation that's pissing us off. But today it was more, we're pissing each other off for no reason except for it's busy on a Saturday and we're both hungry.
I actually told you to go sit in the fucking car.
I thought about it.
I wish you would have.
I mean, but we got everything done that we needed to get done. I came home. I helped you portion out beef. I didn't want to do that,
But that's the thing with us. If we don't do it right that minute, the shit's not getting done.
And you're right. You're right. You're 100% right. Like, I am not going to argue with that. Like, if we don't get that shit done, we're not going to fucking do it. Because we only have Saturday, Sunday off. We don't have that Sunday, Monday.
And then we have so many obligations. Like right now, July's completely full for Saturdays and Sundays that we have family or friend obligations. So anyway, it has turned into how fucking busy we are. I'm sorry, you guys. Anywho, we established today that we do not live in a simulation.
That is a great point. So there's a lot of simulation theories out there. And one of the main culprits of that is, have you ever seen your neighbors bring in groceries? And up to this point, Mary and I, we have never seen our neighbors ever. And we were like, we're totally down for this theory because we have never seen it. In almost 17 years being together, we have never seen our neighbors bring in groceries except for today.
But I'm not even sure they were bringing in groceries.
I saw a bag of chips and a box of chips.
I think they were at a party and bringing stuff home, but still groceries.
It's still technically groceries.
And I've never had, I guess our neighbors in Washington we talk to quite a bit, but.
I mean, I would say we talk to our neighbors here as much as we talk to neighbors in Washington.
Maybe I just liked them a lot better.
Yes, there is that.
Okay.
But we still, I mean, even if we don't like the interactions we're having with our neighbors right now, we are still having those interactions.
Yeah, and they're kind. They're very kind. We have very nice neighbors. The ones bringing in the groceries.
I feel like we are better set up here to be nosy neighbors through the window than we were in our last house.
Yeah, for sure.
So like we've had a lot more opportunity to
be nosy,
spy.
make judgments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we live in like a inlet in a cul-de-sac. It's like a big U, and there's 3 of us.
And we are the middle house.
And we are the middle house. So we can see
everything.
Like not only the neighbors to our left and the right, but we can see like down each sides of the street for a little ways. Like we can see the neighborhood.
We can see the fucking drama.
Yeah.
Which is something I didn't think I would like. Because like our old house, you had to fucking walk, I swear to God, 13 miles to the mailbox.
Mm-hmm.
And it was tucked in between houses. And yet it was a long ass driveway.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a little part of me that kind of likes the fucking drama.
Oh, you like watching the neighbors?
Oh, yeah. Like whenever there's a fight going on with our other neighbor, like I turn down the TV, I listen, I'm all in.
I
like,
want
all
to
right.
know what they're fighting about, though.
I mean, maybe we'll catch on. I don't know.
I don't know. They fight a lot.
They do fight a lot.
The neighbors to the right of us, not the really nice ones. They fight a lot. Like, sometimes I wonder if I should call the police. Fight a lot.
But I didn't think we'd be like this in tune to the drama.
This invested in the neighborhood.
Yeah. But like we're the ones that are looking out the window.
I know like our neighbors' names and shit.
With like the lights off.
Yeah.
And, it's like, oh, let's see what the fuck's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are definitely those neighbors. Like if you have those neighbors, they're probably like, if you live in a cul-de-sac, there's definitely a neighbor that is spying. Not
on the
spying,
whole neighborhood.
but listening.
And we
to
judged.
everything.
Remember that guy in Washington that knew the tea on all the neighbors? The grandpa guy who'd walk his little dog?
Yeah.
I kind of judged him for being so nosy because I'm like, dude, you kind of need to mind your business a little bit more. But now I'm like, if I was walking and somebody asked me a question about my neighbor, I would know the answer just like him.
Yeah.
Like.
Dude, I liked that guy. That guy was he was a character. He was a character for sure. It's amazing how many like different people you come across in your life, like living somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like core memory.
It's a core memory. And then, like that guy, he was just like, I know his family like sold his house and like he moved away and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of know his backstory, and then like all of a sudden, like one day it was gone.
Mm-hmm. Then he was never there again.
And never there. And it's kind of like in our old neighborhood, the old guy that would walk the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you didn't see that man,
I was worried.
And I know that we've talked about this in previous podcasts that I know definitely I've deleted. So this is kind of a new story to you guys. Like if we didn't see that person, there was something wrong.
Mm-hmm. So it was this, think of like Up, the old man, his, I guess Up's dog is not old, but think of like just this old man, this dog that looks as old as him, going like 0.001 miles per hour walking down the street. And you'd see him the same time every day. I knew how late I was for work based upon where he was in his walk. Like it was like clockwork. And it's crazy. Actually, I was part of like a neighborhood group, and like some people hadn't seen him for a couple days, and he was such a integrated part of the neighborhood and people's lives that there was a post of like, hey, this might be weird, but I haven't seen this guy in a while. And that post had like hundreds of comments on it, to the point of like,
people were fucking worried.
And like they started coordinating meals because we found out he lived alone and all these things. And so it's kind of cool. Like it all like brought like him not walking for a couple days, like enriched his life. But it's like the way he enriched a whole fucking neighborhood's life. And like all he was doing was walking his dog, which I don't know. It was really cool. Like, So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm the like white trash lady that's walking her basset hounds because I don't get ready when I walk my dogs through the neighborhood. I just like put some shoes on and get them out there,
And like, I'm sure like half the time, because during the springtime and fall time, you're the one that's doing most of the walking because you walk them earlier because it like the weather's nicer and you go walking when you get off, and then I come home. But during the summertime, like I help you walk the dogs because we wait a little bit longer in the day until it's cooled down. I'm sure some of these people are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and like you're in pajamas or whatever, however you walk the dog, and I'm usually in work clothes.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit nicer, and they're like, who the fuck?
Thinking like, I wonder what our perception is too. And then I also worry because think of like the movies and like, or even like the 50s and little kids in a cul-de-sac, like riding their bikes through and all the parents knowing everybody. Our neighborhood's very much so this way. So like this week, the ice cream truck came through our like little neighborhood, our little cul-de-sac. And the ice cream man was taunting us. So we live in like, there's probably 4 rows of houses, and it's kind of like a little maze through our cul-de-sacs.
I would say if you would picture like the Sandlot, and they're riding their bikes through the neighborhoods, that's what our neighborhood looks like.
Yeah.
It's just like a 1960s cookie cutter neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like not 2020 or 2010 cookie cutter. It's a 1960s cookie cutter neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every house is the same. They have a front yard. They have a backyard. You know, all the houses are moderately, like, you know, they're not small, but they're good sized houses. You know,
like you could have a family of 4, family of 5,
like 1960s Sandlot style when they're riding their bikes. That's what our neighborhood looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cul-de-sacs, neighborhoods, trees, fucking grass. Yeah, I mean, it's like a cute fucking neighborhood.
Very developed lawns, like, and everybody's kind of redone their yards and their houses. And I don't want to say fully updated. I feel like our neighborhood's done a good job, like keeping it true to like middle class, middle America, USA, but still making it like look clean and nice and well kept.
Yeah, everything looks nice. Like,
mm-hmm.
like there's a few houses that look dumpy, and mine might be one of them. I don't know, because
but 2 of them are for sale. One of them is just they have like 5 families living there.
But for the most part, everyone keeps the neighborhood vibe alive.
Yeah. So we come out. We finally decide, okay, we're gonna take the dogs. We're gonna go chase down the ice cream man, and we come outside, and our neighbor is like, "Hi guys," and we're like, "Hey, we're getting ready to chase down the ice cream man." And he's like, well, you better follow the kids because they're on the way. And I shit you not, it was probably like 10, 15 little kids on their fucking bikes, pedaling their asses off, running behind. The kids without bikes were running behind to chase down the ice cream man. And it was like the cutest shit. What's up, Casey Beebs?
Yeah, it was cute as shit. Because like everyone, I mean, we are, you know, not the dead of summer. We're at the beginning of summer. Mm-hmm. It's hot. It's nice outside. And I just feel like there is no better sound than an ice cream truck running through, like rolling through your neighborhood.
Also, part of me, like, until we moved here, didn't think neighborhoods like this still existed.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of gives me a little hope for like the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun. I mean, we have ups and downs where we live, but this neighborhood and the house that we live in, it does make me happy.
Can you just say, Mary, you were right?
In what aspect? Oh, that aspect. Mary, you were right.
Thank you.
But in my defense, the pictures made it look so fucking small.
I know. You guys, so I fell in love with this house before we even left Washington. And I was like, I want this house. And we probably looked at like 50 houses and they'd get sold or they weren't like right for us or, you know, whatever it was. And I was like, John, I just want this house. Like, this is the house.
And like, honestly, it came to the point where we looked at so many houses. I was like, you know what, I think we can make this happen. Mm-hmm. You know, because the pictures made it look super small. Like, I'm not creative enough to like see my own stuff in a place. So I just wasn't seeing what Mary was seeing. Obviously, Mary is a little bit more creative in like these type of things than I am. Like she was able to see like our stuff in here, and I wasn't able to do that. So I was like, I don't like this fucking house. You know, it's just small. Like I didn't want to say beat up, but it needed a little bit of work. And like I knew like with my job, like I wasn't going to be able to like fix things up and blah 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 blah. But like we ended up getting the house, and then like it was the best choice. And Mary was 100% right.
And let me be clear, our house is not small, and I actually feel like it's too big. I mean, it is a smaller house. I mean, but we still have a 4-bedroom house. Like,
I mean, but from the pictures, it looked like you couldn't fit,
two living rooms,
your shoes in there. You
like
know,
laundry rooms, a master closet.
If you look at the pictures, when you're looking at the real estate pictures, it looks like if I put a chair in there, a single person chair, it wasn't going to fit.
They definitely did not market this house well.
They did not. They did not. But Mary was right. Mary was right. And I will give her 100% credit. The reason we have this house is because Mary fell in love with it, when we very first started even looking in this market. And she was correct. And I give her, she should have full credit because shit, we're living here and we both agree that this is the best part of living where we're at.
Mm-hmm. It's our little neighborhood in our house.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I don't know, this is like the type of shit I think about, but because we're like, I wonder what our neighbors think about us because we have no kids, but a lot of the kids play in our yard because we get a bunch of leaves and then they'll steal our leaves and then take them to their yard and then their parents get mad, but that's a whole nother story. But like if the kids are out playing in my leaves, I'll give them snacks or whatever, and then like they always have to pet my dogs, and we're the only adults like chasing down the ice cream man with his pack of kids
and 2 dogs
and I'm like, I wonder what they fucking think of us. Like,
I'm sure they have opinions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure of it because they have to, because we have opinions about our neighbors.
Well, and we Uber a lot. Like if we're going to go out and even have 2 beers, we Uber because neither of our jobs are worth risking over having a couple beers at dinner or going out with our friends. So we just always Uber. And so they probably think we're alcoholics too.
I mean, they could, but if they're in the same boat as we are, they've never seen us bring any of that in.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, speaking of the house, though, and it's interesting and hard and tough, and it pisses me off so bad. So I've pretty much started my backyard, my front yard from scratch, grass seed, scratch, right? And I am trying my fucking damnedest to make sure it's a green yard, it looks good, like everything is kosher, and I, for the life of me, can just not get this yard to look good. And it just pisses me off so bad. I spend so much fucking time on this yard. I water it. Like, I spend more time on this yard than I spend on my wife. And I should spend more time with my wife. I know that. But the yard needs attention. And I'm sure my wife needs attention too. But I give it to my yard. And I just cannot. There's always something wrong with it. Like, now there's grass dying and I water it and it pisses me off. And there's yellow grass and there's weeds when there shouldn't be weeds growing up. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying so hard.
Do you know what I think the problem is?
I'm trying too hard.
We need to get you some tube socks and some fucking New Balance.
That might be the
problem. I
problem.
don't think you have the appropriate attire. You're like so close to the appropriate attire. You got the flappy hat, you got the safety glasses. But we need to get you some New Balance instead of your work boots that you wear.
You might be on something.
I think it's just the attire. It's like the grass knows that you're not a dad, and it just knows that.
So it's confused.
It's confused.
All right. I could see that. So if I put on some white New Balance, brand new, stain them up with some grass, make them look all green and shit, tube socks up to my fucking calves. I think you're on
and
something.
A polo. You got to wear polo with it. Get you some khaki shorts.
Are they jorts or khaki shorts?
Khaki shorts.
All right. Because I can get some jorts too. Like, I'm pretty sure I can rock some jorts right now.
You're into the short shorts at this point in your life.
I do like some short shorts.
You're like into the short shorts.
They're fucking comfy.
Casey Beebs
is
in the
comfy.
life, and she's coming to visit us in 2 weeks.
Close enough.
Okay.
3 weeks.
For context. Okay, Casey Beebs, you just wait until you see these John's new shorts.
They're comfy. Like they're non-restrictive. Like it's pretty much like wearing underwear.
Because you're gonna boost him up and tell him how great they fucking look. But and I don't care that he wears them like at home and stuff, but I for sure, if it were anybody but you coming to visit, I would probably discourage him from wearing them.
Are they too revealing?
With guests, babe, they're pretty short. Like they're pretty short.
Are they? I mean, they're
I mean,
comfy.
I don't care. Like it's fine, like for being at home, but they're short.
If it makes Casey Beebs uncomfortable, I will definitely change them.
Oh, I don't think they're like that kind of short. Like they're not like make somebody uncomfortable short.
I mean, they are comfortable though.
I mean, they're definitely like.
I have so much freedom.
When you're sitting like that, they're definitely shorter than like my biker shorts that I wear under dresses.
So I'm sitting with one foot on the ground and one foot on like a ottoman, and well, it's actually a Costco case, but I'm using it as an ottoman. I'm super comfy right now, but like I'm kind of like somewhat spread eagle, and it's fantastic.
I hate that fucking tank top though. I think I might throw it away.
I don't like this tank top either. The only reason I wear this is because for one, it's comfy, and for two, like it's my bedtime fucking tank top.
We're gonna get you a new tank.
All right, well, give me a new tank top, like bedtime tank top, and I will throw this away. I don't want to wear my Disney ones to bed
right now. Tank top, men's tank tops.
I do not want to wear my Disney ones to bed because I adore and love those. But anyway, can we get back to the grass?
Yeah.
So, all I gotta do: New Balance, tube socks, short shorts, fucking.
Do you want it the same material?
Hat thing. Yeah, it's a comfy material. The hat, safety glasses, some earplugs, and then my grass is gonna be green, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm on. Like I'm in on this shit. Like I will go full blown because I'm tired of not having a green grass with how much work I put in this shit.
How about just quick dry?
Quick dry is fine. Like I could get down some quick dry. I just want it to be light and thin for when I'm sleeping.
How about men's 3-pack quick dry workout tank top, gym muscle tee fitness. You had bodybuilding sleeveless t-shirt.
You had me at fucking muscle. Let's do
you
this
want
shit.
a multi? Oh,
you had me at muscle.
These
Let's
are
do
kind
it.
of expensive.
I love
I'm
muscles.
not buying you those.
Okay,
they're
never
expensive.
mind. Give me the fat guy one.
They're $30 a piece.
A piece?
A piece.
Fuck that. For something I'm just gonna sleep in.
How about Amazon Essentials? $10.40 a piece.
Like I'm not trying to go to the gym and flex and shit. But if they're gonna make me look good while I'm sleeping, I'm all about it.
How about Amazon Essentials regular fit tank top?
Regular fit means for skinny people. And have you seen these shoulders lately?
It's a tank top though. It looks pretty long. What size? Large?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's try large. So Casey Beebs, I was in the store today and Mary denied me
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Because I want to get into weightlifting and Mary denied me weights. I was going to buy them.
I made a deal with you 6 months ago and you have not even done it once.
It's been a month.
It's been way longer.
And I have done it a few times, just not every single day for a month straight. So Mary said, if I worked out push-ups, sit-ups.
I said, I don't care what you do. I said, if you consistently work out.
So I was going to buy a gym membership and I figured I'm never going to go to the fucking gym. I'm never going to do that because it's just not in my time frame of when I could do things. So I'm just not going to do it. But I wanted some weights, that I could have in my laundry room. Casey Beebs, you know what my laundry room looks like. That I could just work out at home, do my thing, easy, 20 minutes before I go to work. And she said, bitch, if you start doing push-ups and sit-ups for 30 days straight, I will buy you some weights. And I said,
okay, first of all, I didn't say it like that, but
I said, okay. Well, I haven't done the 30 days straight yet. I haven't done that. I've been working towards it. I'll do twice a week, which isn't 30 days straight. But I guess the moral of the story is at least I'm working up to it. But we saw some cheap weights at the Big Deal Outlet And Mary denied me because I have not done it 30 days straight. So
I didn't deny you. Well, part of it was that. The other part is we have spent an ungodly amount of money in less than 24 hours. Like my paycheck in less than 24 hours. So like an extra $40 for something that's going to collect dust we're kind of at a do we want it or do we need it moment because we've spent so much fucking money.
we are pretty good at that, spending money.
And so it really is right now, every purchase is going to be, is this a want or is this an actual need? Because we went on a very nice date night that was, it was expensive.
Yeah, I mean, that was expensive. It was more than I thought it was going to be.
It was more than I thought it was going to be too. We basically went to, I don't even want, well, it's not Michelin star expensive, but it was definitely fine dining.
It was one step below fine dining.
Like, it'll be here the first.
But was it worth it? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But and we knew that was coming and we budgeted for it. And then we took the dogs in today and that was another huge purchase. Yeah. And then we bought groceries for the week and then all the things. So,
I mean, like, you don't think about this when you own pets. We know it because we've owned pets for the last almost 17 years. But the dogs' yearlies are fucking expensive.
Yeah. Welcome. How are you?
What's up?
Haven't seen you in a while.
Taking them back, like every year, we were like, oh, we need to take the dogs in for the yearlies, and it is fucking an expensive bill because all the vaccines they need, and the checkups, and their wellnesses,
and their medicine, and their toenail trims. And,
yeah, oof.
Yeah. So, you guys, our doggy is scared of the boom boom. Oh, yep. Well, you could just get to bitch to Kayla in person as well about me not letting you buy the weights.
Oh yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, there's so much, Kayla, that you're either going to have to re-listen to this,
or just have to hear when you come.
Yeah, because there's been quite a few drama sessions.
It's drama. Our house is drama, like serious drama.
I mean, it makes it fun though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good.
You guys, my big baby doggy is scared of boom booms.
I mean, that's actually why we decided to podcast tonight. To be quite honest, we were going to have a fire in the backyard, just chill out, drink some cocktails. But the fireworks this year are just a little too much for our doggy.
And so I'm probably going to spend 4th of July in the basement watching a movie
which means we'll probably be podcasting.
And he was so fine for quite a while, but I don't know. He got so upset last weekend when they were letting off the big booms that he was shaking and panting and he threw up and he was in such distress. But I think because everybody sets off big fireworks here, so it's not one or two real big ones. It's every firework is giant as shit. And so I think that
America.
America. And he was outside during a real big one, alarm set off one.
Yeah, he was, let me set the scene. So our big dog, about almost 80 pounds, sitting there, popping a squat, taking a nice, huge, big Bruno shit. And these aren't little, fucking little dog shits. These are big fucking turds. These are big fucking turds.
Our dog walker used to call me and be like, he had a big poop today.
Yeah. They're not these little tiny fucking poops that you see on the YouTubes or whatever. They're big poops. So he's mid poop and one of these big, huge fucking mortars goes off and just scares the fucking crap out of him.
Well, mortar goes off, car alarms start going off.
And he's just nope, goes inside. So now every single tiny little,
even a firecracker goes off.
You could throw one of those the
poppet ones.
The poppet ones, the ones that you just throw on the ground and they make snaps. He's scared of those now because that's how loud
traumatizing it was.
I mean, we got Mr. Bruno during it was still
like COVID.
And it was still no one was hanging out really, so he hasn't really experienced like too much fireworks.
And not like this kind of fireworks.
Because our neighbor beforehand, when we moved in lived in Washington, he had like the big shit. Always set off our car alarms. Casey Beeps could attest to this. Our car alarms were always fucking going off when he was letting off fireworks, and they were fun. And our last dog, like, he didn't really give two shits. Like, he's
as
old.
long as he was inside during it, he was fine.
Like, he didn't really give a fuck. So Bruno, like, he hasn't really experienced like that much of the fireworks, and then it just so happened to come at a time where he was taking a shit. He was vulnerable. Like, his parents were inside. You know, it was just, and now he's afraid of them.
So, but I mean, I guess it worked out because it forced us downstairs, and we're like, well, we should podcast. And now he's passed out on the blanket my brother uses, and my brother fucking hates my dog's dog hair. He likes my dogs, but he don't like the hair, which nobody fucking likes the dog hair. But it's funny to me right now because Bruno's like got the slobber all over the pillow he uses, like dog hair on the, like, he's wrapped in the comforter. I wish I could show you guys right now.
Don't worry, Casey. They'll be washed by the time you get back.
Oh, no. Well, I was going to wash them regardless since, well, she won't use that blanket. It's too hot.
Yeah.
So, but I like, I'll wash it. Obviously, I'll wash the pillowcases and the sheets and all of that shit before she comes. Plus, my brother's been sleeping in them. She don't want to fucking sleep in those after my brother.
So, like, one of the biggest reasons we stopped podcasting as much is we just had a wild ass dog, right? And then we moved here, and then we had two wild ass dogs, and now they're like finally getting to the point to where we could podcast and them not being wild ass dogs, you know.
And we got like really fucking busy.
Don't want to blame everything on the dogs, but you know.
But yeah, so we went to the vet today for the yearly checkup. Spent a shit ton of money last night. Went to the vet today. Did our grocery shopping, and then like, so we're hosting a big party next weekend. And then we're doing the meats for the party on the 4th. So it's just like we have like a lot of expenses. So now every expense is this a want or is this a need? And I'm not going to spend the money on something that's going to collect dust.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't get the weights.
Yep. Which you missed that whole story, but yeah.
I feel like now that like we know that all the stories that we told just now haven't been recorded, like, I don't want to repeat them.
I know. Were they not recorded?
They were recorded on my end, just not on their end, so they couldn't hear it live.
I know.
Which I'm sorry, but
we might have to just replay the short section, or we'll have to clip it and send it to Kayla.
Yeah.
John's into shorts.
I'm into shorts, and I love them. They're super comfy.
Shorts.
And if you feel uncomfortable around me because I'm wearing shorts, I will change them into longer shorts. That is the very Cliff Note version of that.
I think we got those for like $5, and now you're obsessed.
I am so obsessed. They're like, if I could wear these all day, every day, at work, at home, I would.
Oh my gosh. I would say from where I'm sitting, like 6 to 10 inches above the knee.
They're almost like ball level.
They are not that high.
I mean, if I go like that, they're.
I mean, but you're not gonna sit like that.
No, I'm not gonna like show them off. But like right now, like I just like move.
Like just natural. I would say they're 6 to 10 inches above the knee.
Yeah, they're short.
They're short. Like standing up, they're probably like 3 inches above the knee.
Yeah.
They're
okay. Well,
John's like, I can do so many activities in these.
I'm gonna stand up real quick.
Okay. Let me see. All right. I guess they're only like 2 inches above the knee standing up.
I mean, yeah, 2 inches.
I mean, they're not that bad, but I've never seen John wear any shorts above the knee. So it's like.
Well, it's like that 90s skater in me, you know, always have to be below the knee. I mean, but right now, like once you sit down, these are probably.
I mean, they're short. You just wait for it. And he's got thick thighs.
Oh, I do.
So like it makes them even shorter.
They are fucking thick. Yeah. They're thick.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I mean, I need an ego stroke right now. So, I mean, these thick thighs. I love it when it's like, man, those are some fucking thick thighs.
Oh yeah, John had a meltdown at dinner last night.
I did.
A meltdown.
You're more than welcome to elaborate.
For the first time in John's life, he's gained weight and he doesn't quite know what to do with himself. Yeah, and he's never tried to diet. He's never done anything, and he's never he's fucking would eat McDonald's, Taco Bell, drink a gallon of soda a day, and really never really gained weight. And now we eat fairly healthy, and he's starting to gain weight. And like the fact that he might actually have to do something about it, and then just like getting it going is too much for him to handle. And then trying to commit to things is too much for him to handle. And he's just having a meltdown, existential crisis about it. Let me be clear, I don't care. It gives me immense pleasure that he's gaining weight and that he's going through this, and it shouldn't. But I don't give a fuck what he looks like. Like, I don't care if he's gained weight.
I mean, I have gained a little bit of weight, but the thing is, like, so I'm in my late 30s. I quit drinking soda years ago. I eat healthier now than I've ever eaten before, ever. And now all of a sudden I'm gaining weight, and I don't like it. I don't. And I will say, like, I still have a lot of my build, the characteristics of like being a short, stocky person. I think that's just the way it is when you don't work out. But sometimes it doesn't help too that I'm kind of in like an in between size, because I'm larger than a large but smaller than an XL, and I can't find any fucking clothes that like fit properly, and it's tough because I'm short. I'm not a tall dude. I'm below average height these days.
Well, it's always been hard to find clothes long enough for John because he's got really broad shoulders, but now he's starting to get a little bit of a belly, and so it's making it even harder to find shirts that are long enough.
Like if I go into XL, because I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Mary, let's buy these XLs at Costco, because that's where I buy my clothes now. Let's buy these XLs. Let's see how they work. Let's see how they look. I put them on and I'm fucking drowning. It's like a goddamn blanket.
They were really big.
But if
they're kind of comfy material though.
Oh, they're fantastically comfy. But if I buy the large, they're too fucking small. Like, and if I lift up my arms, all of a sudden you see, it's a belly shirt. It's a belly and back shirt. So I think that's like where most of my problem is like I just don't have like a good style right now. Like I don't have clothes that fit me because I'm in between. Like I either need to gain more weight or lose weight, and that's where I'm at right now. Because I don't.
Well, and we don't have access to somebody that can just tailor your clothes all the time.
Exactly. So it's tough because like I don't want to eat my way into my next size so I fit into that shit, because the next size will be too long for me, and it still won't fit. It will still look funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably couldn't eat my way into the next size anyway, because I'm trying right now and it's fucking not working.
It's not working.
So like I don't know. It's just it's awkward buying clothes for someone that has a 35 to 36 waist, a 29 to 30 inseam, someone whose torso is a little bit on the shorter side, but my shoulders are fucking big for my statue. Like I just,
like you're broad. Your shoulders are broad.
Like I'm a broad shoulder. I do push-ups every now and again, but I don't actively work out. But my shoulders say differently. I don't know. It's just
Kayla, we're still working up to the everyday push-ups.
It is.
When was the last time Kayla was here? Your birthday?
I think so, yeah. That is not the last time I've done a push-up. Don't look at me like that. Fuck. I did push-ups last week.
I'm not judging you. I got a walking pad. So
if this makes you feel any better, we don't have to elaborate with all of our awesome listeners right now. I do push-ups and sit-ups every single time I take a shower.
So like once a week?
I just said you don't have to elaborate.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck.
I mean, let's be honest, neither of us shower. Like, we're kind of a gross household, you guys.
I mean, I shower more than once a week. So there we go. Fuck.
Okay, twice a week.
A good week 3. But every single time before I get in the shower, I do my push-ups, my sit-ups, and then I shower.
So what I'm hearing is that we just need better.
I need to shower more.
But for real, we probably do. I for sure need to shower more. I showered yesterday during my lunch hour. I work from home, just so everybody knows. Because it was so bad. I was like, I can't even make it through this day. I'm just going to go shower on my lunch.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. I'm like, okay, bitch, you need to shower more. I hadn't showered in like too many days. I don't even want to say.
I mean, you should have just showered because you showered on your lunch break. Are you talking before that?
Huh?
Well, you just showered on your lunch break.
No, but I showered on my lunch break. I didn't shower for like 5 days.
I mean, I am decently good about showering. I shower more during the summer months. I will say that.
I shower more in the winter.
Because you want to be nice and warm and hot. I mean, fuck, why is it so hard to take a shower?
I don't know. Because honestly, I fucking dread showering. Like, I hate like the thought of showering and how much work showering takes. And like, just like exhausts me thinking about all the steps to shower. But once I get in the shower, I was like, every single time I'm like, this is so nice. Like, bitch, you need to clean yourself more. You fucking stink.
Yeah.
Like, do I actually stink? No, because I still wear deodorant and brush my teeth and use dry shampoo and all this shit. But also, I'm like, you're disgusting. Like, 5 days without showering, like, that is not hygienic.
No. I mean, I should probably be... I mean, with how active I am at work, I should definitely at least shower once every other day.
That sounds a little excessive in my brain, but...
I mean, think if like you actually worked out, like think about like working out. Like
when I worked out, I showered every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was going spin classes and all the things, I showered every day. But I at least showered every day I worked out, which I was pretty committed. So I probably showered every day, every other day, honestly. But also, like, sometimes I get mad because you're like upset about showering, but I'm like, you literally only have to get in the shower and wash your body. Like, that's it. I have to get in the shower. I got to wash my face. I got to exfoliate. I got to wash my hair. I got to condition my hair. I got to shave. And then when I get out of the shower, I got to deal with my hair.
Why don't you just wear a shower cap? So
I mean, I have to wash my hair. I only shower every fucking 5 days. So, like,
I mean, if you showered like every day and you just like didn't wash your hair every day.
Yeah, I mean, which is kind of what I did when I was, well, even when I was going to the gym, I was washing my hair because my head would get sweaty. But that's why I have a shower cap. It's like a shower and not wash my hair.
I mean, maybe our New Year's resolution should have been like we should shower more.
At least twice a week.
I mean, I at least do that.
I'm like we missed you too, like, right? I on average go 5 to 6 days consistently. Like, it is what it is. It's gross, and you guys can think I'm gross, but it's fine.
I mean, I will say for sure that I definitely shower more during the summer than I do during the winter, and you obviously shower during the winter too.
Yeah. Well, in the winter,
No, you shower during the winter more.
Yeah.
I shower during the winter less.
Yeah. Because winter, I'm like every other day, if not every day.
And during the summertime, like I just feel like with my job, like I have to shower more, or else I'm just gonna get
like
I just get
you're
sweaty.
Gonna get gross. Yeah.
I get sweaty and I get gross, so I have to shower more. But during the winter time, I'm just like, fuck it.
Like, who cares?
Like, who gives a shit? Like, you know,
I'm gonna just put deodorant and a sweater on anyway.
Like, obviously, my wife doesn't give a shit, so why should I give a shit?
We're both gross, so it's fine.
Like, that's fine. Yeah. I mean,
but my only time that I make the shower like for real happen, so I wash our bedding every other week. And if I'm washing my sheets and my bedding, I want my dogs clean and I want both John and I clean. Like, that's the one time I care if anybody showers.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even care if you shower. Just don't get in my clean sheets. Let me have one night of it being clean.
I mean, I have a hard time, like, when our sheets are clean and these dogs fucking get in the sheets. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't mind the dog sleeping with us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it at all because, you know, whatever. But
we're suckers.
But when it's clean sheets, I just want these fucking nasty ass dogs because they're nasty.
They're gross.
They're gross. They don't give a shit. They're like my wife. They don't give a shit about hygiene.
Will you check on him? He kind of is twitching a little bit. I just want to make sure it's
And
not.
Like, that's the only time, like, I really don't give it. Like, that's the only time I really don't want my dogs in the bed is when we wash the sheets. It's mostly you, but I help you put them together.
You stand there and watch me put the pillows on the pillowcases.
I distract the dogs.
Well, we started out with not letting Bruno in our bed, and then I caved. I was just making sure because he was kind of twitching and moving around. Our dogs got all the vaccines today, like all of them. And then Canton had a little fever this afternoon. And then after Canton's broke, Bruno got a little fever this evening. So now I'm being like a little crazy, making sure that they're good. You okay? Okay. Oh, and the vet said that Bruno's fat, and then I had to educate him on the difference between American Bassets and European Bassets, and that and that it's normal, and that Bruno's still 20 pounds less than both of his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Okay, if he gains another 6 pounds next year, we're gonna have a different conversation."
He's like, I do not want to see Bruno gain another 6 pounds this year, and we're like, he's probably going to gain another 6 pounds this year, so you can kind of fuck off.
Yeah.
It's like and I was worried about Canton being too skinny because everyone said he's too skinny, and our vet was like, oh, he's just fucking fine.
But I think he's too skinny.
I think he's too skinny too, but we fucking feed him like we feed him.
We feed both of them the same amount, and Bruno's 80 pounds and Canton's 40.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Canton is in his terrible twos and super active and run around everywhere. And Bruno is starting to become more sedentary.
Yeah. Probably I could cut back the human food.
That you can do.
Which I've been a lot better about.
Have you?
Yeah. I've been way better about. I've only been sharing veggies and fruits.
I mean, I was going to say, like, I don't mind if they get human food. Like, if you share your banana.
Yeah.
Don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I've like
if you give them a piece of broccoli because you're not going to eat it, that's fine.
Yeah. I've like cut way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Or an apple.
I'm not
something.
like full on sharing my lunch with him anymore.
Oh, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That actually kind of scared me because I saw it in like
I heard it through the headphones.
Window. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was like a little while there. Depression. Where I was like full blown like sharing my lunches with the dogs. Like I would like the spaghetti sauce off the noodles and then make like little piles for both dogs to share with them so I had somebody to eat with me at lunch.
Yeah. Isn't that like interesting? Because like when we used to live in Washington, like you were just always so go, 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 go. Like you didn't give a shit. Like if you had a lunch, you'd scarf it down and then you'd be fine. But now
I
it's
never had lunch before.
But like you come in here, like being in, I guess you could say like a more of a slow down lifestyle. Like not everything is so like you have to go.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like always be on your top game, right? It is when things slow down.
Hey, Janelle.
Like, sometimes it's not for the best.
I don't know. I've learned to adjust, and now it's nice. I actually like after I got over that little humpy hump. I would like to be somewhere like not as fast paced as we were, and not as slow as we are. If that makes sense. And what else is fucking crazy is you guys. I used to be like psycho about human food for dogs. Like psycho. Like I would get fucking mad at people if they gave my dog human food.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like,
not so much Odie, but more Bruno. I mean, Odie, 2.
No, Odie, I was like psycho.
Yeah.
I would never give him human food. Ever.
Like, unless it fell on the ground.
Yeah, like if it were crumbs on the ground, that's okay. But never like physically hand him human food ever.
Love that dog.
And Bruno and me, we share my lunch. But I share my bananas in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then like today I was eating apples, so I give him little pieces of apple. And then if I'm eating cheese, I share some cheese.
I mean, you share the stuff that's good for dogs.
Yeah. I'm not sharing my spaghetti lunch anymore.
Yeah. Which is fine. It's probably for the best.
Yeah. No. So anywho, we're gonna put him on a little. We're gonna follow Beth's orders on feeding.
Well, I mean, maybe. But so
we paid $250 to not listen to the advice.
It's funny. It's funny because when we first moved up here, like just to kind of backstory off what Mary was saying, like I was working ridiculous hours. Mary was pretty much by herself for like 3, 4, 5 months. Like we used to not feed our dogs people food. I still don't. Like people food, it was if they got something from people food, it was because they did something good. It was a banana. It was something healthy. It was like a super treat to get a piece of dog, like human food for the dog, right?
It was like Christmas.
It was like Christmas. Exactly. Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. And like one day I just noticed, that Bruno specifically was like begging a little bit, not begging, but just like kind of like waiting for something at the feet of Mary, right? Waiting for something. And like I was looking, I was like, he's never really done that, or I haven't paid attention to it. I've been so busy, like I haven't been able to like engage with my family, right? And like,
to be fair, you were working like 80-hour weeks.
I
were traveling for work. Like you just were not home.
And I just wasn't home. And then like once I started to notice like some of the patterns that I haven't noticed before, I was like, okay, so now Bruno is hanging out at our feet. Every now and again, he'll scratch Mary. And then like he'll just sit
like,
there
paw at me. Like,
and,
hey,
and
I'm
like paw.
here.
I was like,
I'm being a good boy.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then like Bruno totally told on his mom. and I was like, Bruno, has mom been giving you fucking human food, And he's just like waiting for it, totally tattletaling. He's like, I'm gonna get it, Dad. Like this is good. Like this is normal. Like I get bananas in the morning. I get an apple at lunch. I get a piece of cheese as well. Well,
because I eat cheese with my
if mom made fucking some rice-a-roni or fucking, not rice-a-roni, Chef Boyardee, damn well, mom gave me some of that fucking noodle. I'm just sitting here like, God damn, Mary, how much have you been feeding these dogs human food? And she's like, well, I don't like to eat alone, which is understandable. I don't like eating alone either.
Well, I went from not ever having a lunch. If I did have a lunch, it was like, eat it as fast as I can, get back to work, to like working from home, being alone, like not being around people at all. I'm not bitching because I'm like pretty grateful for the job I have because I do get to be at home with my dogs. To like, they were my only friends. And so I'm like, you guys want to have lunch with me today?
And they did. And I loved it.
We've found a good balance.
Yeah, we have.
I made some work friends. I talk to them now while I eat.
Yeah.
Instead of feed my dogs.
For sure. But anyway, I think that's all we have tonight.
That's all I got. Thanks for joining us. It was good to see all you guys.
Sorry you guys didn't get to listen to half the show, but yeah. Sorry.
We're going to try to make it more of a priority. We don't even know what's happening with everybody's lives right now, or the whole Podbean world. I'm not even on my own Instagram anymore, so I don't even know, like...
I don't even get on social media anymore.
I know. I feel like I'm a terrible person.
Like,
because I'm not in
Mary and I, like, we have definitely disconnected from the world in a lot of ways, and maybe in a lot of ways we should reconnect.
Agreed. So we're going to try to be more consistent, but I'm definitely happy. I know we haven't been on here, like you hadn't been on here forever either. I know We haven't either. Honestly, I haven't like tuned in and listened to anybody or any. We haven't podcasted in 3 months.
November, I think.
November. Okay, so it's been a minute. We're I don't know. Anywho, but I'm happy to see all your faces for sure.
Yeah, we're trying to make it more of a thing. We're trying to figure out a day that works best for us and work it out. But until then, you'll get sporadic Terrphy Show.
We'll be random.
So,
all right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us.
Yeah, we love you all.